Welcome to Mailbag, where I spend my money so you don't have to spend yours. If it's your first time here, click on the subscribe button and on the bell icon to get notifications about new videos. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoy it. Here's a Mailbag item. I've already slid it open before I went to record, which is done anyway. So let's see what's actually in. Some polystyrene and some bubble wrap. Now, what's the bitting? It's got nothing on the bottom of the box. People always forget the bottom on the box, right? They always protect the top, always forget the bottom. What's on the bottom? Almost nothing. One single layer of bubble wrap. Funny. Right. Package it to keep my wife happy. Not. So what we got? It is a Sencore. What's the model number on this thing? TF166. It's supposed to be like a transistor tester thing. Alright, so no idea if it works. No idea how to use it. Haven't read a manual. So I don't know if this even works. No idea. And this actually came from Australia. It's got like a rather interesting looking cable. This is pretty old style cable. Earth pin's been cut off. What voltage does it run on? I've got no bloody idea. It doesn't say. But that looks like a US plug, doesn't it? Anyway, we'll have to see what we do with this. So gain, zeroing, meter zeroing, which, so you set the hook of the transistor up to this and you can gives you gain and leakage measurements. Well, general idea of health, I suppose. So it looked like it's interesting. It's fairly cheap. I think it's about $60 or $70 US, and like it's a fairly cheap item, which is why I got it. I don't actually need it, but I thought it would be an interesting thing to look at and see if it even works. So I've got no manual, I haven't got that far yet. I should really get one. There you go, on the front it says 105 to 130 volt AC. So I hope someone's not been plugging this into 240 volt. It's my death adapter. Get one of those. Let's plug it in some power, see what happens. So, yeah, let's do 110 volts, shall we? Turn it on. Yep. Well, it's on, but it ain't doing anything. Maybe I need to get something on it, but yeah, maybe just be dead. No indicator light, nothing, so that's a good little project, I suppose. We'll have a look at that. Figure out what's going to happen to that. It may be worthwhile, it may not. So let's open this thing up and actually have a little look inside it and try and see what's going on. See if there's a obvious problem or not. I've got no idea how to get into it yet, so I don't have a manual for it, so we'll just figure it out as we go along. Just take all the screws out and see what happens. There's a panel screw. I think those are just going to the panel itself, so I think it's those. Yep, machine screw. Sorry, panel screw as well, but it goes into the aluminium. Yep, it's coming off. Kind of, it's moving. Moved a little bit at least. take all the screws out and see where it falls apart. Okay. I think the front comes off it. Is that right? Maybe? Something definitely moved. It's only gone so far that it's stopped. What's stopping it? There we go. Just jammed. Okay. Very interesting. The wires running across there. 7349, is that 1973? Then it says 7380 there. Maybe, I don't know. No, these are quite old units. Here we go, it's actually got a date on there. 25th of the 1st, 1973. This is older than I am. Right, let's have a look at this main system. So it's running down to that switch down there, which isn't on the board. Going through this green and yellow wire, looks like, well, green orange wire, which is kind of stuck around there, interestingly. The ground wire is stuck straight to the chassis, which is good, even though it's not actually got an end on it. Okay. So yeah, that's green and orange wire that goes up to somewhere. Go to this. Then they go into these transformers. It comes back down to this. Which I can't make out what it says. Lots of little bodges all over the place on this thing. A bunch of old caps in there. Nothing obviously bad though. So it's a pretty simple looking unit. So if there is something wrong with it, it shouldn't be too hard to fix. I think I just need a circuit diagram for it. Right, here's another mailbag item. Let's see what's in there. Well, that's been nicely packaged. It actually looks after the bottom of the box. Can't complain about that one. And it's another Sencore. So it's not quite as interesting as the last piece, but it's a resistor and capacitor substitution box. Again, this was fairly cheap. And again, I've got no manual for this, I haven't looked into that yet. It's a handy 75. So it does, was it 10, 1 watt and half watt resistors in here, carbon resistors. Resistance times 1 times 100. Times 1 times 1000 on here. So it's 10 ohm or, what's that, 10k ohm that'll be, all the way through to 3.3k, so that's probably what's that, 3.3 meg. Switches feel a little bit gunky, but okay. Just feel a little bit, yeah, feel a bit gunked up. So it's got, can't remember what value those ones were. That's right, 1.5 watt, that's right. And then we've got 20 watt resistors in here to wire around. Capacitors and some rectifier diodes as well, so nice little test setup. And electrolytics, which may not be any good anyway. It's got this interesting little test switch over here. So I'm ready to figure out how this thing works. I think it's the screws on the front, that's it. Yeah, it is. Just pull the thing open. So I've been looking at Sencore stuff recently because they seem to be pretty cheap. I think because maybe the quality is not as good as like HP and stuff like that, but they're available quite cheaply. So here we go, some big caps in there. Those things. And let's try and flip this around so you can see. But yeah, look at these little caps. Well, I think I might have to replace those somehow. 600 volt cap, 600 volt. Can't quite see what that one says. They're kind of glued in. So yeah, just double wafer switch there. Which selects which one. Nice and simple, it's not exactly a huge amount of complication to it. Look at these resistors across here. That one has been getting pretty hot. Interesting setup. That's going to require some analysis, I think. And those caps will need investigation. I'll probably have to replace them, unless they test okay, and I might leave them alone. I've got my high voltage tester, I could always chuck high voltage through them and see what happens. See if they show any signs of leaking. But yeah, that's some pretty old technology in there. So here. So yeah, it's those diodes I ordered a week ago. So I ordered from RS and Element 14 at the same time, and amazingly RS arrived in a few days. Usually they're slower than Element 14. Element 14 sent me the notification saying they'd shipped it the day after I received these ones from RS. So the whole thing you get from which one's better, it depends. Sometimes Element 14's made faster than RS. Sometimes, in this case, RS is faster than Element 14. So, yeah, you can't really prove either way which one's better. It just depends on what you're buying and how lucky you are. They both had them in stock. They both said the same thing. I think, actually no. Element 14 said I think it had 6 days lead time actually, so I might be being a bit harsh from there. But RS I think said they had them in stock, so maybe that's the difference there. But so yeah, these are SR510s, those Schottky diodes, which I need for that monitor, which we'll pull apart again now and fix